Hello everyone, here is my CSE335 class project presentation. I'm Longhao Zhao, and here we go. As you guys can see, the name of my application is called Tasty Food Recorder. What does my application do is basically record the user's favorite restaurant information and store it and record it permanently. So if a user found a place, a restaurant, where their food is very tasty, and he wants to record it in order to like visit later tomorrow or next month or 1 year later with friends or whatever. This application will definitely help him a lot. Okay, let's go through the user interface. First, the main view of my application is like this. It's a table view and navigation bar. I add two items to the navigation bar, which are the add button and clean button. The clean button, once I click on that, it will delete everything. Everything goes out here. And I click on add button, the image picker will show up, and I choose one image used for later. After the image was chosen, another alert window will show up, and it asks the user to enter the name of the restaurant or place. And when it's done, and then I click on this cell, goes to next detail view here. This image was what I just chose from the my ambulance, and the name was what I just entered. The address is actually get from the API call. Um, as we all know, the location we got. Oh, I forgot about one thing. In here, in this step, I made another API call by the what is it called? Google Place. The Google Place returned me the current location, which is coordinates, 2D coordinates, and I use a method to convert the 2D coordinates to formatted address like this. And here the map view. The map view shows the user where the restaurant location is. And then I click on get more detail, goes to the third view. The third view, actually everything here was comes from API call, same from the Google Place. First is an image, and open now statue represents it's open or not, and phone number, reading, price level, and website. Okay. Okay, when it comes to UML class diagram, um, let me first mention one thing. Because of there are a lot of methods in each um, classes, so I just simply write about the some important one, the one where I just use most frequently and meaningful. So the first, the view controller. The first thing I'm gonna talk about is a create entity method. Create entity method takes one parameter, which is the image. The image is UI image I got from the image picker. And what does this create entity do is just simply create an entity in the core data. As we can see, inside of this core data property, I got address, name, photo, and place ID. Oh, one more thing. Once I got made the API call from Google Place, the Google Place will return me place ID. Is a string, represents one specific location in some coordinates. And another thing I gonna mention about is fetch record. The fetch record basically made a fetch request, and it will initialize the place list and return the number of elements in the core data. which is very useful for the table view method. Right here, this one. And the add location is simply a function of implementing the UI button, the add button, the very left. And then we goes to the prepare. I have to mention one thing. Prepare. Inside this prepare, I gave value to the second detail view controller. Some the I mean the name and address and image and place ID of a current location. And yeah, that's it for view controller. So we goes to next one, detail view controller. Detail view controller, I gonna talk about the show map method. Show map method, what does it do? Is just simply initialize the map view we just saw. They show the location of the restaurant, and inside this show map, there are two methods I have to mention. The first one is a geocoder. Geocoder is to convert the formatted, like human readable address, the string, to the coordinates which the MK map kit could read. And that's it. Then we goes to next one. The Help View controller. Oh, sorry. The Help View controller is actually the Google View controller. I forgot to change the name. I mean, very first, I was planning to use the Yelp API, but for some reason I use the Google place. Inside this view controller, there are so many variables. There are actually one variable I need to mention. The first one, the one is place client. The place client is GMS place client. This object will like implement a lot of measures inside the Google place, like make API calls and get some information about the location. And there are two measures. The first one is called load first photo for places, and the second one is load image for metadata. And what does those two measures do was get the image from internet. Load the first available image from internet and present that to UI image view. Okay, I think that's it. Then we goes to next page. The MVC architecture. In this MVC architecture, I got view and controller and module. So the view is just basically display every information to user, like the visible part. And the for controller is to handling user interaction and just like press button or click on table view cell or enter some information like name, what I just did. And in the model part is just like the core data part. What does it do is store place information into core data and response for the signal give from controller, like add or delete one specific element or things like that. And I think that's it. So about the capability and limitation, what my application will do, I will show you later in another video. My application adds user favorite restaurant to core data and store it permanently for user to like recommend to friends, visit next time, things like that. It will also show restaurant name and show the location directly in the map. It will show the location to user to let them know where the restaurant is, and it will also get more detail by making API call from the Google Place and return like open schedule, pricing, rating, and phone number or website, anything else. It allows user to make reservation or considering about the price level to decide where they will go to the restaurant or not. About the limitation, the first one is the my application will load very slow at very beginning, like run the application for the first time. For the reason, I guess it should be the because of the UI and the API call was implemented at the same time by using the main queue. So the UI and the API call will implement in a serial order, which means the API call will finish first. Then after the API call finish, the UI will load later. So I think the solution could be simply use the threads, like use the dispatch queue to do them at the do them both at the same time concurrently. And another limitation is that my application is not allowed to navigate user to the location. I didn't implement that functionality. That's a shame. Another one is that I could not allow user to make a phone call or whatever, click on the website directly in my application. It has to copy the phone number or website and do it in phone or Safari. Well, this is basically the main view of my application. So this is a table view and this is a bar button. And here I got a button called add. Once I click this add, the image picker will show up. And then I choose one image as the image I'm gonna use. Then enter the name, for example, home, and click on add. Then the Google Place API works here and get the current location, the current location of this device. And once I click on this cell, it will go to next view, which is a detail view. In this detail view, the image here, this is what I would just choose from the image picker, and the name I enter and the address returned from the API call of Google Place. And this is the map view, shows where this location is. And then I click on get more details. I go to next view. In this view, here is an image view basically. This image is from online source. The photo took by other customers, and here basically shows who took it or whatever. Then I got the open now status, which means this place, this restaurant or anything else is open or not, and the phone number and the rating and the price level of here and the website as well. And about what I learned from this class, I guess it should be many iOS developing experience. By using that, I can make some useful tools or some funny games for myself or my friends or my family. I guess it's very interesting. So about my suggestions, the most important thing I need to say is I wish there could be more comments on the demo programs, because sometimes it's very hard to understand the code by just simply reading it and without comments. And another thing is I wish the instructor could cover more details on important concepts, for example, the core data or let me say, table view. Those are very important thing, and I think the instructor should make sure every student understand everything about those important concepts. And I think that's it. That's my presentation today. Thank you.